All right, guys, so the details for God of Destruction Beerus have finally dropped. So I'm going to break down all the early information for you guys right now. But before we get into it, just a disclaimer, all this wouldn't have been possible without the help of the Squadra Creators Program. I'm part of that program, which allows me to create this content early for you guys. But with that out of the way, let's get into it. We have Character Spotlight, Beerus. All right, let's see. Oh, they don't have the intro with it anymore. Okay, passive, I'll destroy you. It's gonna be really interesting to see like how Beerus is fully going to work. Okay, his rush attack is a projectile. Extends the duration of Mark of Destruction. Like, I said this during my reaction to the Squadra talk, but I'll get into that a bit more afterwards. Sphere of Destruction, shoot. Whoa. Okay, that's definitely his movement option. Destruction Decree. It's an unavoidable skill. Oh, God. Oh, no. Okay. Unavoidable. Sphere of Destruction Barrage. Oh. Playstyle. Whoa, this is different. Mark enemies with skill 3 Destruction Decree. Attacking marked enemies with skill 1 or 2 will shorten the cooldown of that skill. Whoa. Okay, use skill 1 Sphere of Destruction shoot against enemy heroes that specialize in close range attacks. This is different because it used to not be structured like this with these videos. This is actually really, really cool that they're doing like a playstyle breakdown. So like you can get like a really good grasp of the character as early as possible. It's actually really, really cool. And again, we'll go back and really break everything down too. Oh. Okay, yeah, we're going back for all of that. Oh goodness. But yeah, like usually they'll have like the character like trailer first, and then it would show like the gameplay. But I guess they changed it up. I mean, hey, they have a playstyle section. It's pretty cool. All right, so we have Beerus rolls damage. Concept: a divine hero that can rain down damage across vast distances. Raise your red fury in battle and pressure your enemies with unrelenting attacks. This character also has red fury. Okay. Moving on. Passive. I'll destroy you. Increase the ease of landing finishers on enemy heroes. Targets enemy heroes to whom he has applied Mark of Destruction or enemy heroes with Mark of Destruction that he hits with an attack. Okay. The total HP threshold to land a finisher is higher the more Mark of Destruction stacks there are. Enemies to whom he has applied Mark of Destruction will take damage when they are at max stacks. Okay, so this is actually the thing that I really wanted to talk about. It's because Beerus is not the first character to introduce the Mark of Destruction mechanic. Topo is. And with Topo, one of the perks that he gets, for example, is if you run away from him, he'll be able to chase you faster. So I'm wondering how Beerus and Topo are going to work together, especially because of the fact that they're both DPS, right? So you can realistically, have both of them on the field at the same time. But I really am curious to see how they're going to work, because if they're able to play off of the Mark of Destruction mechanic together, having both of them might actually be a pretty big deal, right? So again, we'll have to see how that works, but just based off what this is saying, it increases the ease of landing finishers on enemy heroes, so you're gonna want to land as many stacks of Mark of Destructions as you can. Targets enemy heroes to whom he has applied Mark of Destruction, or enemy heroes with Mark of Destruction that he hits with an attack. So again, you want to be able to target them and be able to land Mark of Destruction. The total HP threshold to land a finisher is higher the more Mark of Destruction stacks are. So the more stacks there are, the greater chance you'll land a finisher. And then enemies to whom he has applied Mark of Destruction will take damage when they are at max stacks. So I believe max stacks was at 4. So 4 stacks, you're going to be taking all sorts of damage. Okay, moving past all of that. We have Rush Attack. Straightforward, just trying to get it so where you're showing something. Okay, sure. Rush Attack. An energy blast attack extends the duration of Mark of Destruction on enemies hit. Becomes a powered up attack if used immediately after activating a skill, excluding super attacks, increasing damage. Powered up attacks become physical attacks when close to a target. So he actually has the benefit of both worlds then, where again, I'm pretty sure we did get to see it in here, right? I'll kind of move this back a little bit. Okay, so that's his rush attack right there, right? And then it says powered up attacks become physical attacks when close to a target. So I'm just gonna let this play just so we can like see the visual again. So that's the rush attack. Okay, so sure. I'm assuming like that flick is probably like the physical attack. So you have like the benefit of both ranges, both long range and close range, which is actually pretty cool. Okay, skill 1, Sphere of Destruction Shoot. Kick a sphere of destruction at a set position. Explodes and applies marker destruction to enemies upon impact. The further the point of impact, the larger the AoE explosion. Can move before impact. So again, a skill 1 in which you're not really stationary with it, which is always going to be a good thing. It helps with being able to position yourself. It helps with being able to pursue, all that good stuff. But again, explodes and applies marker destruction to enemies upon impact. The farther the point of impact, the larger the AoE explosion. So that means, honestly, if you're using Beerus, if you're able to be as far away as you potentially can to be able to use the move and land it on somebody, it's going to hit a broader range of people because of the bigger AoE explosion. So if you're in close range and you can't really get out and you gotta use it just to try to deal damage, go for it. Also, I apologize if you guys heard like that loud noise in the background. It's 4th of July right now, fireworks are going off. But yeah, if you're in close range, you gotta use it just to try to knock somebody out, go for it. But the main benefit of this move, be far away, because if you're far away, the AoE becomes much larger. Hopefully, applying market destruction to more than just one person. Okay, so that is skill 1. Skill 2, Divine Blitz. Unleash an aura and dash in a set direction. Applies marker destruction to enemies hit. Damage dealt increases, and dash will end upon hitting an enemy. Okay, so this is definitely going to be your movement option. But if you hit somebody with it, you apply marker destruction. Again, it's all about keeping those stacks on your enemies so that way you can take advantage of the benefits of having mark of destruction applied on them. And again, this one is damage dealt increases and dash will end upon hitting an enemy. So look, man, I'm telling you, him and Topo together, like I don't know where Topo currently stands in the meta, personally speaking, but I will say though, just them two together being able to consistently add the mark of destruction should really help out a lot. Again, unless like Beerus is like a completely like special version of it. Okay, skill 3, Destruction Decree. And I can't believe I'm saying this, an unavoidable skill, marking a target in a set direction. Applies movement speed up to self and marker destruction to the enemy. When another skill, excluding super attacks, hits a marked enemy, the mark explodes, deals damage, and ends that skill's cooldown. Okay, damage increases the more marker destruction stacks the marked enemy has. The mark wears off as time passes. So you're going to want to use this to potentially reset your skill cooldowns, from what I'm understanding, right? For starters, it's unavoidable, which is ridiculous. So if you use it and somebody's in your path, they're getting hit, right? It's unavoidable. It also applies movement speed up, so that way they can't really run away from you. And especially with that new divine draw that we got with the dashes, he should be able to get into the enemy range and be fine, right? You do get the marker destruction stack, well, one of the stacks on there, which is obviously going to be very good for Beerus. And then when another skill, excluding super attacks, hits a marked enemy, the mark explodes, deals damage, and ends that skill's cooldown. Now, based on what that's saying, I'm interpreting it as you use the Destruction Decree. Let's say you go from skill 3 and then you follow up with like skill 1, just as an example. If you manage to hit your enemy, I'm assuming skill 1 is the one that resets. So in doing so, you can be able to use skill 1 again, right? Which should actually be really, really cool. Because that way you have a way of being able to like continuously like go after your opponent without worrying about your skills becoming unavailable, which is really, really good. And we have characters that are able to reset their cooldowns anyway. Like one glaring example of that is Broly. So yeah, being able to reset your cooldowns is actually really, really good. All right, so and then finally we have super attack Sphere of Destruction Barrage. Was not expecting to be this, by the way. Target enemies in range with multiple unavoidable spheres of destruction. Okay. All right, look, bro. Applies marked to targets when activated. Targets remain active while within a certain proximity. If affected by I'll destroy you, targets will be KO'd if their HP falls below the finisher HP threshold. Oh. The number of maximum targets and number of blasts when there is only one target increase with skill level. Okay. Can move while attacking. So right now we see him attacking 3 people, but to be fair, level 15, right? But I'm assuming like within the first like few levels, you'll only be able to target 1. then you get to level up your super, and then they'll get it up to like 2, and then you do it again and it gets up to 3. So yeah, pretty interesting, only because like being able to attack multiple people at once is always going to be a good thing. This is going to help with crowd control, especially in like high pressure moments. Like maybe you're going after the last boss, maybe you're going after the last God of Destruction, and you have to be able to apply pressure. Like being able to do things like this, where it's going to force the opponents to back off, is going to be a really, really good thing. Plus, they're all marked, which means as long as they're within the proximity, your moves are going to connect with them. So even if they run, you can still attack them while they're running away, which is a very, very big deal. And once their health reaches that finisher HP threshold, they're gone. So that could really help with team wiping. We'll see how this works, but on paper, this actually does sound pretty freaking good. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Although I really wasn't expecting it to be Sphere Destruction Barrage. I thought it would just been like the big like Sphere of Destruction, and that would have been it. But hey, I mean, we got Spirit Bomb, so I think we'll be fine. Okay, this is new. Never broke this down before, but here we are. Playstyles. Mark enemies with skill 3 Destruction Decree. Attacking marked enemies with skill 1 or 2 will shorten the cooldown time of that skill. So what I said earlier was correct. So you want to use your skill 3, and then after skill 3, follow up with either skill 1 or 2 to reset the cooldown of said skill. So take with that as you will. Obviously the character's not out, so we'll have to see how exactly or what exactly will be like the best skill to lead off with. But so far though, that's what you're gonna want to do. Start off with skill 3, and then either follow up with skill 1 or 2, and then go from there. Okay, next. Use skill 1 Sphere Destruction Shoot against enemy heroes that specialize in close range attacks. And use skill 2 Divine Blitz against enemy heroes that's I think they meant specialize, that's a typo. That specialize in long range attacks. Okay, so depending on who you're up against, right? You're gonna want to determine if you're fighting off against like long range characters, you're gonna want to start off with your skill 2. If you're fighting off against like close range characters, let's go with like Gohan, for example, then you're gonna want to use your skill 1. So there's that. Pretty good info. I'm actually really glad that they're giving us these details too. This is really, really good. It's kind of like fundamentals in a way. Okay, choose the ideal skills to unleash in succession against enemy hero attacks, using skills 1 through 3 to apply Mark of Destruction to enemy heroes. Okay, just general information. And I think that is it. Oh, right here. I think this last part. When an enemy hero with Mark of Destruction is affected by I'll Destroy You, use a finisher or super attack to eradicate them. Which we see that mark like near like the tail end of like their health gauge. If you get them to that mark, they're gone. So pretty much, even though they do have like extra health, you know, the more they get to level up, still with Beerus, it doesn't matter to a certain extent, right? They're always gonna have like that slight crippled health. So if you're able to get them to that point with Beerus, you land a finisher and they're gone, right? So that could actually be a really, really big thing. And I believe, yeah, and we literally get to see that in action. Like once you hit that mark on that line, they're gone. So that's actually a pretty big deal. And I believe that is it. Yes, it is. So that's the details for Beerus. We do have more things to check out too. Hopefully everything will play in order. This will be interesting. But next up is the home screen animation. Let's see. He's on a couch. Bro, he's asleep. Bro, he's asleep. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, this is actually kind of fire. Bro, how could you even sleep like that? Yeah. I'm not gonna, like, oh, I'm sorry, bro. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, when in doubt, obliterate people, I guess. Okay, next up we have Beerus God at Play. This is the finisher. Oh, wait. That's so cool, bro. Nah, that's that heat. That's that heat. Come on, bro. Like, first the dodges and then ending it with the kick, that's that fire, bro. Okay, after that we have Beerus Planet Destroying Power. I'll play along. Okay, that's Yeah? Oh, yes, Beerus. So that is his intro. We have next up Beerus Dragon Ball acquired. All right, let's see.
You clearly picked the wrong fight.
Bro, that's him, bro. That's God of Destruction Beerus, bro. You gotta stop playing with him. All right, after that is Beerus Farewell Eternally. Oh my goodness.
That's what happens when you defy a destroyer god.
No, that's that fire though, bro. Like that's clean. That's clean, bro. Come on now. All right, next up is Beerus Cool and Collected. Okay, this is the intro for Cool and Collected. Look at on that boy. Okay, hey, simplistic, cool, and collected. I'm still shocked Beerus is playable. He's literally supposed to be, you know, like one of the gods of destruction, like the tower, right? So him being playable is kind of crazy. Okay, after that we have Beerus Half Asleep. Oh lord. Okay, this is his other intro. Oh,
Come on now.
wait, that flip. Okay. No, Beerus is so cool, man. Okay, now we have Beerus Sneeze of Destruction. Okay, this is victory. I'm gonna be honest with you, if something like fell out of the sky, that would have been hilarious. Okay, after that we have Beerus Cool and Collected. This is the victory version. Okay, hey, simplistic, right? All right, we're almost done. Now we have Beerus, Thanks for the Meal.
Tasty.
Very fitting. Very, very fitting. Like, if you guys know where that reference is from, like, let me know. But, like, just seeing him eat ice cream, I know where the reference is from. So, the fact that they added that in this game is pretty cool. And then, finally, Beerus Coin Collected, and this is the MVP.
Not much of a challenge.
Yes, Beerus. And there's that. That is absolutely everything. So, I'm excited. I genuinely am excited to see like how Beerus is gonna play. Like, he seems very interesting. Also being the second character in the game to utilize a Marco destruction mechanic. So, again, I'm very curious to see how he's gonna play like, and I really do want to see like how him and Topo can actually work together, just in case if there actually is some synergy with those two. But I do want to know what you guys think about God of Destruction Beerus being in Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra in the comment section below. With that being said, I'm Ndukauba. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.